Hello, everyone. Welcome. I see Blossom went ahead and ran to grab some drinks and a snack, so some of you will be coming in. Can you hear me okay? Let me know. I think I didn't start my little countdown before I hit my live stream, so I don't know if you guys saw me sitting here or what, but anyway. Welcome, Amber. Amber Myers said that today is her first time catching at a live. So welcome. Glad you could join us. We have a good crowd here on Sunday nights. So we hope you'll enjoy the crowd um, and we're going to have some fun. So hi, Donna. Welcome. Hi, Gloria. I think I saw Lala and Gloria. Yeah. So we've got a crowd coming in. Anyway, let's just see. Okay. So I thought, first of all, I would on one of our lives, I didn't get to go live last week because I had the grandkids and there was just no way. And thank heavens I didn't because they were wild. But anyway, I thought one of the things that we would do right off the bat, hey, Cece, welcome, is look at Jay. I had won the chocolate on one of Jay's lives. I don't know if you guys remember that. A lot of us are in Jay's lives as well, so they probably remember me getting it. So Jay sent me the chocolate and I was planning to show it to you guys and along with other goodies that he sent. And so I think before I get started, I'll just do that. I don't know if he's here yet or not. But anyway, so I did get the chocolate. First of all, I got this really nice card from him. Hey, Jay, I'm just showing the package that you had sent to me when I won the chocolate from your live. So I need to change my screen here. Sorry. I always forget to do that. There we go. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. Hey, Jim, welcome. Glad you're here. Getting a good crowd. So this is the Easter card that Jay had sent me along with my chocolate that I won. And it's just a beautiful floral, just really soft and just gorgeous. I love the envelope and the card matches as well. But I did get that. So, oh, okay. Lala said she remembers the chocolate raffle. So I'll get this out of the way. And I got the chocolate and I haven't opened it. I'm going to open it and get a piece out. I have had an incredibly busy week and a half. And so I haven't even got to enjoy any of this chocolate. And I love chocolate. And if I'd opened it, it's dark chocolate too, which is one of my favorites. It feels like it's got some nuts in it or some beans or something. Let's see what it says. 65% Columbia dark chocolate. Anyway, so we'll just open it real quick. And I don't normally eat on my lives or whatever, but I thought we'd just take a little peek at it and see. Oh yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. That's lovely. Very nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a little bite of it. Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna be nibbling on that while we're going. Anyway, so he also included some shape dies from scrapbook.com, some celebration dies, which I was super excited. I did not expect Jay to be sending me goodies, so it was really a lot of fun to get that, and he is very generous. So I got that. He sent this Trinity Stamps robot builder, which this is perfect when we play along with Craft Roulette to have, another little robot to work with. So that's super cute. And then I don't have any May stamps, been wanting to buy them. I love her stamps and her faith collection and everything. And he did send me that. And then this beautiful Winter Blooms mini kit. And I was looking at it, and it really, to me, can be used any time of year because it's just got some beautiful patterns in there, and it doesn't really speak, heavy winter or Christmas. There is a page in here that has some reference to the holidays, but I could use this all year round. So it's absolutely beautiful. It's Paper Rose Studio. Anyway, so those are the things that Jay sent me, and that chocolate, sorry folks, but it is delicious. And I dropped my piece on the floor and I'm going to grab it and eat it. Anyway, so what we're going to work with tonight is this Fairways and Fishtail dies from Spellbinders. Yeah, Jay, they're very usable florals. So, well, I appreciate that. Jay said he always does stashes on giveaways. So that's fun. Anyway, so I'm out of my magnetic sheets for this. So I don't have it. I haven't got it set up like I normally do. But this is the club kit. And I had to buy this because my dad, my brother, and my husband, they all love to golf and fish. And I love to golf. So I had to buy this set, and I'm having a heck of a time getting it out of here. I don't know why I don't just rip this open, because I don't keep them like this at all. But anyway, you have got all the dies for, there are 19 cutting dies in this, and it's relatively, it's not a very expensive set. I just was looking at it and I was surprised. I couldn't remember what I paid for. I actually did purchase this one because the club kits they send me aren't, it's not the small die of the month. It is $17.50 and you get these 19 dies in them. So very good. Yeah, very good for Father's Day. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to work with that tonight. So we've got all the dies to do a golf scene and a fishing scene is everything we have. I do have laying here on my desk. I'm going to show you really quick. While I was watching Jay's live, and you kind of caught me off guard when you kind of ended a little early. I wasn't prepared. I was like, I need to get ready. So I was trying to get ready real quick. Good evening, Rebecca. Anyway, while I was sitting there watching Jay's live, I made my craft roulette card, and I used just stuff that I already had made. Eeyore's been laying in my craft room since we did that live with the Pooh collection. So he's been lying there, and as I was cleaning this past week, I was like, I need to do something with it. And I've got, I don't know if you guys do this, but I've got all of these little junk containers that have things that I've done on other lives and videos, and all the sentiments. You know, when I do the better pressing, I've got all of these sentiments and everything laying in there. And so I had all of the Winnie the Pooh sentiments, and so I was able to do that. I had this scribbled letter embossing folder already embossed and inked and everything, and I just created my mini envelope. So the parameters for Craft Roulette this week, and I'm kind of all over the place, I apologize. You had to have an envelope on your card. So I made this teeny tiny envelope, like Eeyore was carrying an envelope. And you had to have, your colors had to be toys color. So I basically said I had a bear coloring, you know, like a teddy bear collar. And then, of course, Eeyore's collar. And then you were supposed to have a children's story, which we all know Winnie the Pooh is definitely a children's storybook. And then you were supposed to have lists. So I had all these extra sentiments just laying around, and I just listed my sentiments on there, and that met the parameters for the card. Came together really quick. The only thing I did was I had these panels cut down already, but they weren't shaped, and I just took a die and shaped them, and then I just glued everything down. That's everything was already ready in my crafter, and it got me thinking that I just need to work through some of these things that are just laying around here, and put them to bed, get rid of them. So anyway, that was my craft roulette card, and I did get it submitted while Jay was. So I'm submitted, and it was my 99th submission. So next week, I'm going to be sending in my 100th submission. So I'm going to have to remember that and try to include 100 or something on my card if I can do that. So I need to do that. But showing you these and what I have here, I actually had a couple of sentiments that I already had ready. You know, Jay said that'd be great for Father's Day. And I had to my amazing dad and celebrate big today. So I thought those could be our sentiments for this. So I just pulled them out of this bunch of sentiment junk I have here, and they're ready to go. So we just need to get, and then I took the reverse of those two when I die cut it out, and I just glued these two together. And so I've got like an arched window that I could use for something else sometime. So, and I had this panel that I had embossed on our live, and I didn't really like the green, but I thought I could flip it over and put it in the middle of that. And so I don't know, I was just having all kinds of creative ideas while we were sitting there thinking. Oh, thanks, Jay. Jay's suggesting that everybody gives me a thumbs up. So I certainly appreciate that. Yeah, 99. Yeah. I've got to remember so that, because I don't, I'll probably forget, and then I won't even include, 100 on there or whatever, but I should. So we've got a lot of die cutting to do here, so I probably should quit talking and get moving. I think I'm going to bring in, I got to get organized here. And I brought a new candle into my craft room, and it smells amazing. And so it's lovely in here. So I've got a lot of die cutting to do, and I'm going to have to really get to work here if we're going to get something assembled. Now I have got my scraps here, and a lot of this is Spellbinders scraps. And see, here's like what I'm talking about. I got this kind of stuff, you know, laying around at the ready that I could just be using. So we've got that. I'm just going to lay them aside because I'm really going to use the bits and the pieces. What I do is with my Spellbinders cardstock, if I cut into it or whatever, I put it in here and just keep it all together. That way I know these are my heavy duty papers and stuff. But I know that I am going to, I'm going to cut the golf club out of this scrap that I have here. And we've got the, you know, the face of the club that's going to go on there. And I got to figure out what these bits and pieces are. I think this is probably the stick of it. And I don't know about you guys, but my sticks, they're silver colored or whatever. I do have graphite shafts, but they're metal colored as well. And then of course the grips are different. I don't know if it has a grip on here or not. I'll have to look and see. But anyway, so I thought we'd get these die cut out and we'll just get going on this. Hopefully I've got my, looks like my club shifted a little bit. I'm gonna just move that a little bit. There we go. Anywho, hey Melissa, welcome. Glad you could join us. So we've had storms. Jay, did you get storms there? Or they might be heading your way. I'm not sure. We had a round of storms come through. We had real heavy wind and heavy rain, and then it passed through. And now we're getting, we've got kind of lightning, and I can hear some more rain going on. So that's what's going on there. I'm going to bring in, since I don't have I've got this Crafter's Companion, and I'm just going to use this to lay my dies on, since I don't have my sheets like I normally do. Anyway, so yeah, so we've had some storm. All right, let's just work with the golf ball. We'll work with the golf ball elements first and just get it going. So we need some white, and I thought I laid some white scraps out as well. What did I do with them? Oh, they're there. Okay. Just need to reach up and grab them. There we go. Big pop of thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but it's getting with it out there. So Cece says they're expecting bad weather tomorrow in South Carolina. Okay. Yeah. So I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all. You know, he's the YouTube weatherman, and was keeping up on it before, probably from about 5 to 6:30. I was watching him until Jay went live, and then I hopped over to watch Jay, and so that's what's going on. But I'm glad it wasn't any worse than what. Oh yeah, he is. I liked watching. Sometimes I catch Max Velocity too. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but I sometimes catch him as well. But anyway, so this just cuts out your little golf ball, and then I really feel like you need to use like a gray color or one with a little bit of color to put behind there to make those divots kind of show up, or dimples, or whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to do that. I have a little piece of gray. Ooh, I do. I think this will be a good color to go behind there for that, and it'll just kind of make it look, yeah, that'll work. Anyway, so yeah, you've watched Max Velocity too. Yeah, sometimes I catch him. They've got quite a setup, man. Wow. Yeah, but I mean, he had like, I don't know how many people, 140,000 people watching or something like that. That's just crazy. Hey, I'm about to hit 2,000. I think I'm at 1,945 subscribers, or 49. I think it was, I needed 51, I think. I don't know, you know, but you get them and sometimes you drop one or whatever. But so I'm about 50 away from 2,000. So that'd be fun. So if you're on here and you haven't subscribed, I certainly would welcome you to subscribe. I do videos every day, and if I haven't been doing, sometimes I do Sunday video and live, Well, a lot of times I do, to be honest, because I have some hops and stuff that are on there. Why am I putting this up? I'm going to do a bunch more die cutting. Anyway, but I do have new content every day, and then I go live, obviously, on Sunday night after Jay, and then on Mondays. We didn't go live last either Sunday or Monday last week just because I was overwhelmed with having those kids. And but now I'm hope to be back on schedule, so that'll be great. But that's just what we do. Now tomorrow, Mina's not going to be able to make it, but she she'll be back. But I'm going to go live with some new product tomorrow, and at the same time. So that's 10 a.m. tomorrow that I'll be going live. And I haven't spent a lot of time looking at, Jay, you said that you don't get hung up on yourself about being your cards and stuff being perfect because you haven't made 7 of them. I'm just like you. I don't typically, almost never make the card in advance. So I'm winging it always. I'm always winging it. So when you do that, sometimes you make mistakes. Oh, there's my little tee, my little golf tee. So I'll have to get it for my ball. And I'm going to need my little hole. I think I might make it in black, just kind of the shadow of my little golf hole. Do that. And I don't even know what some of these other pieces are that I've got here. I can see the guy's his little head, and then there's the hair. At first it took me a minute. I'm like, what is that? And then we have a ball cap, and we've got oh gosh, what kind of a cat? Like a bucket hat. My dad wears a bucket hat, and my brother wears a golf cap. So you always get feedback that people would rather see a real crafting experience. Well, they get it with me because I leave a lot. Well, when you go live, everybody's going to see everything anyway. But because you have your mistakes. But a lot of times I leave them in, or I'll show the mistake and then maybe show a way to fix it. I did iron on the other day, and I was just moving along, just having a good old time, and I didn't weed out a piece, and I didn't realize it until I had already ironed that thing on. And I was like, oh man, but I know how to fix it because I've made mistakes like that before. One time you guys are going to, and I had 3 people look at it for me. I made this whole bachelorette crew shirts, and they were detailed. I mean, it was a project. And I had not enough ends in Tennessee. And I'm telling you, I had 3 or 4 people look at it, and nobody caught it until the project was done. And I was just, oh my gosh, because I had all these shirts and all this, and it was so hard to weed, and it was just such a huge project. And I figured out how to fix it. And so when I made that mistake on that shirt last week that I did on my channel, I thought, I know how to fix it. So if you have ever had that problem, you can fix it. So basically what you do is you just heat that back up and pull it off. Now for the Tennessee, I think I wound up pulling off the whole word and putting it all back down because it was in a scrolly type thing and it was real thin. So it did work out, but man. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur, and I don't know what I'm doing. So you just, kind of work through the kinks and do what you can do, and it'll be what it'll be. So, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so I'm just getting all this stuff die cut out here. And let's see. I was thinking we could do some blue pants. And let's see what I got. I don't know what I have in here. I'm just going for the scraps. We can have some khaki pants too. So we'll have to get that. I have no idea. We'll just grab something and we'll have some pants and a shirt and we'll go with it. I don't even have a plan for a color scheme here. I just grabbed some stuff and I'm going to go with it. So let's see. I think I'm going to have blue pants and apparently 2 blue hats because the 2 hats are together. That's the only thing. Sometimes it's challenging when they put the dies together. I'm trying to get these out of the way so I don't lose them. I need my tees, which I'm going to make just some wooden golf tees is what I'm going to make. Could make some white ones, but we're going to use wooden ones. And it looks like you've got a layering piece on here, so you can layer it. So we'll get that. Oh, that's not big enough. We'll have to go with this piece. And then I've got a bucket, so I need to bring in some of that silver. See if I can get my bucket to fit on that. How's everybody going? Oh, Cece prefers unrehearsed too. You can identify with those. Yeah. Yeah. With that, the bachelorette shirts, I actually used, because it's so small, I went ahead and used my mini Cricut press, just the mini one, and just kind of isolated it and then pulled them up and then replaced it. But, and when I did that t-shirt the other day, it was like a petal to the flower. I didn't weed it out and I wasn't sure, but sure enough, I mean, I heated it up and it just came up just perfect all together. It was really nice. So I was really pleased with that. But what I do with my bucket, there's my bucket. And we'll get that laid down on there. We've got a cooler too. So I think I'll make it white and then we can, where's my white at? I've got all of these scraps here. I just need to grab, and I think there's some right here. There we go. And we'll lay it down. I'm just trying to get as many things laid down here as once. This is going to take a minute. I probably should have done some die cutting first ahead of time, but I didn't. Hey, I didn't see Dawn in the chat for Jay, and I haven't seen her yet tonight. Hope she's doing okay. I don't know if she had something going on. I know she was doing those classes from all that kit stuff that she ordered that was so fabulous. But thanks, Jim. Jim's saying thumbs up, so I appreciate that. But anyway, so I don't know if you guys caught it, but I did do another little mini craft room tour yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was. I finished the labels on my cubicles, my cube system or whatever. And I had done a real good cleanup the day before. And I thought, well, I could do another. And I changed quite a few things in my room. So I thought I'd do another mini little tour. And so I did it. And it ran. I actually, I had that wooden rocker in here. And I actually took it out and just made some more space. And I brought in another table so that I'd have another table for more machines and stuff. Because I was just trying to get a decluttered look, because I just cannot, you guys know I talk about it all the time. I can't stand clutter. It just makes me crazy. Anyway, and plus my room is right off of our great room. And I mean, I just don't want people to have to look in here and see a mess. So I try to keep it cleaned up. Now, I don't need all of this extra stuff on here, so I'm just going to try and I'm trying to get the boots out of here, so we're not going to get all of it. So just getting bits and pieces, it looks like. Yeah, I think our stick to our club. Oh, I meant maybe, what is this? I don't know what this is. Maybe this is the water line. But I think this also makes your pier. I think if you do it in wood, it'll make your pier. So we'll do that too. And hopefully we can get 2 cards done. I don't know. We shall see. And it's the booming. Can you guys actually hear that or not? I don't know how loud that is. But yeah, you have to check it out. Check it out. So I have, my craft room is 10 by 11, so it's not a big craft room by any means, but it's very, I mean, it's nice. I'm not complaining or anything like that, but I do keep it pretty organized. It's also my guitar studio, so you notice a lot of the things on my back wall there are guitar related and stuff, so that's kind of fun. And I just put what I did with the table that I brought in from the garage is it just had legs on either side, and I just set it down over my amplifiers. So you can't hear it? Okay. And my cord to my amplifier, I can just pull right out underneath it. And so you don't have to see them, and you can certainly still hear it and everything. So visually, I think it looks a lot cleaner. I need some shirts for these guys. I've got a red here. My brother likes red like me. Red is one of his colors. And so I think I'll use this red for the khaki pants. Now, neither one of these guys are big enough to be my brother. My brother is a big, burly dude. My dad is very thin and very tall, and so is my husband. So this could be my husband and my dad, but my brother is a big dude. He's a big teddy bear, but you wouldn't want to mess with him because he is a big dude. Anyhow, so make a red shirt. So that'll look good. You can't, I can't, but I'm on a commercial fish, but oh, you're on, oh yeah. Oh, I have both acoustic and electric guitars. So I can play them both. My preference is electric. I have an Epiphone that is a hollow bodied. It is a beautiful red, gorgeous guitar, and that's my go-to. That's my preference because it's just my favorite. And so that's what I go with most of the time. I'm trying to find something that'll match with these blue pants I have here. It'd be fun to have a colored pattern for that. Let me do that. That could be kind of fun. I've got my pink and mane here. Let me grab it. Where'd she go? Well, oh, there it is. I say pink and mane because I have all of these plaids and stuff from Pink and Mane, and I think it could be fun to have like a plaid shirt to go with that. That could be kind of fun. So I don't know how these are going to look together. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I should just go a little simpler because I think they're going to kind of contrast. I should have made like a red hat for him too. I could do that. I just thought it'd be fun to have some kind of a pattern for the shirt. What do I got? Pink and Mane has a bunch of plaids, and I thought, but I might need something a little less dramatic. Mm-hmm. Bear with me here. I'm just digging through my stash, trying to see what I got. Actually, I'm liking that one I held up the most right off the bat. Kind of looks like a plaid shirt my dad would wear back in the day, the 70s. I'm going to go with it just to save some time. Yeah, let's see. It'll match. Okay, so we'll get our shirt die cut out here. What all do I need? I've got my, is that a tackle box maybe? I thought they had a cooler. I don't know. I think that might be a tackle box is what that's supposed to be. And I think this little piece here is supposed to go on there to kind of adorn it. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. I'm going to do it like this, I think. We'll get that done out. We are making this is called Fairway and Fishtails die set from Spellbinders. I've linked it in the description box below so you can check it out. And we have a golf scene and we've got a fishing scene in the same set from Spellbinders. And so we are attempting to make two fishermen and then a golf scene card. And so I'm just trying to get all the bits and pieces die cut out so that we have that. And that bucket hat's going to look great with that outfit. And I just feel like I need a red hat for that one. So we'll get it anyway. So that's what we're doing. We're just making, actually my dad and my brother fishing is what I think we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and get them both. And then if I want to do another one later, I'll have a red hat that I can, a red bucket hat I can use. So anyway. So let's see, we were talking about playing guitar. Today we had 2 new songs that we played and then an old song that we played. So today was a little tricky, and we practiced for an hour before because we didn't have our midweek practice. So anyway, you had a red Fender. You sold it a few years back. It was really fun glitter. Oh, cool. Oh, Melissa said she caught everything that she needed to. It is a quota fishy, so we can catch what we own. Nice. Very nice. And welcome, Jenny. I don't know if I said that. I kind of, yeah. Yep. So many tiny pieces in that set. Yeah, I think there's 19 pieces in this set. So yeah, it's teeny tiny. Very teeny. What was I making the other day? And I was just so teeny tiny. I can't remember what I was making. I think this is probably your water line, maybe, or even your grass line. So I could make a grass line for my golf course. So I think I'll do that. I don't even know if that's what it is. It doesn't have a description on there for that, but whoops, hang on, I want to get that right across there because I think that's an A2 size panel, so that'll work right across there. And we'll create a grass line. I was going to ink blend, and I brought in, but I don't think I'm going to because it's taking a while. But I have these Spellbinders blending brushes that have been in my drawer for I don't know how long. I've never used them, and I was going to use them. Aren't they glorious? I mean, look how huge these things are. So anyway, learning to read music. Yeah. It's really not as hard as you think it is. I took piano lessons when I was young, didn't stay in them very long at all, and I thought it was really hard. But then when I picked up the guitar, I figured out it wasn't so hard. So that's nice. But the thing about the guitar, Jay, is you really, I'm going to get a light color and then maybe bring in some blue with it. With the guitar, you don't really have to, because you play chords. So and they have chord sheet music for guitars. So you'll just look at it and it'll say G and then D. And so you can just do that. But so the hard part of the guitar is learning the whole fret, the whole, up and down and everything. But once you get that, then you're good to go. So anyway, and strumming is hard too. Strumming, you got to get the rhythm and get that down and everything. That's really where I struggle at a lot of times is making sure I understand the strumming pattern the way that it should be, and that I relax enough to really get into it. Because I've studied a lot of the, I guess, the fret and knowing where all the chords are on that and everything. So anyway, so we've got a water line and a grass line, I think, and we can start doing some assembly, I think. I don't know what all we've got here. I think the golf cart's going to come together pretty quickly because we can just do a golf ball, just a golf club with the hole and the ball and everything, and it'll come together pretty quickly. But I think I will go ahead and use one of these blending brushes because I need kind of the sky scene for this, and I might blend a little bit on this. So I've decided I was going to use pink and blue for these because they're so glorious. And I love to do the pink and the blue when I'm blending. Those are my favorite colors to blend with. So that's what I'm going to do. And this chair I have, and I cut some of these down. These are smaller than A2, so I think I'll use those. It's, how you can put your chair up and then you lock it in so it stays up. This one keeps like going down. So if I'm shrinking, it's because that's what my chair is doing. So I got all these bits and pieces. I'm going to try and get them out of the way. I didn't get my deck yet. I don't have the head to my men or the hair or that, but I'm going to go ahead and assemble the golf cart, and then we can come back to the die cutting and do some more of that. But I didn't get all my pieces. I need to get that done. So we'll do that. Just being a little scattered here. But so this could be our green, and then we need kind of like our sky background and stuff. So I've got my Distress Oxides in here, and I think I'm going to start off with, I don't think I want a stormy sky. I think I want more of and this, I will use this for all my blues. I mean, I'll just use it for all my blues is what I'll do. And whenever I do that, I try to start with my lightest color first and then go into another color. So I think I'm going to start with this. I think maybe I want tumbled glass. Start with that. All right, here we go. We are going, your rhythm is really good. That's good. Once I get going, I'm all right. But so we're just going to, oh, look, we're going to ink it up. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful that looks. I wonder how well it's going to blend. You know, do I need to go off the, oh, that's lovely. That's going to be pretty. Nice. Of course, it's a new blending brush, so, you know, it's got to get some ink on there, but try not to blotch it up too bad. Nice. Well, I can tell you, I've used, up to this point, I've used some pretty inexpensive blending brushes, and this is really nice. It's blending very nice. I think it is. Do you guys think? Yeah, I think it looks really good. Let's see. What are we talking about? I'm tall and I hate airlift chairs because they never, oh, high enough for you. Yes. I don't know how tall you are, Blossom, but I am 5'9". So you have square pillows in all yours just so you can stay at a comfortable. I may have to try that. Yeah, I may have to try that. Because, yeah, I don't know how tall you are. I am, like I said, I'm 5'9". You know, Jana that we hang out with, I think she's 6 foot. I think she said she's 6 foot. So my sister's 5'11". And my dad and my brother are 6'4". So yeah, we're a tall family. My husband's, he's probably 6'2", or so we're kind of a tall family. But yeah, that's a great idea. I could try that. Put a pillow in there. That blended up gorgeous, just gorgeous. I was thinking of adding another color to it, but I don't know that I need to. I think it looks really pretty. I think. Oh, you're 6'1". You're the short one in the family. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. I always, you know, in grade school and stuff, it's like, oh, because I was so tall. I was always taller than everybody and everything. And but now that I'm older, you know, I can certainly appreciate the fact that I'm taller. I'm happy with that. I can, well, when you're taller, you can spread your weight out a little bit more, and you know, it's kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and bring in some of that blue because I'm just having too much fun with this brush. Why did I wait to use it? I don't know. I don't know. I got a couple spots there where I get a little rough, but very fun. Very, very fun. Nice brush. Okay. I don't even know how much these are. I think I bought these on sale, and that's why I have them. I'm pretty sure that's probably why I have them. I bought them on sale. All right. That looks pretty. Okay. So we'll clean off the mess here. Where's my towel? Oh, got it. I clipped a little thing on the side of my desk so that my towel is always where it belongs. And that was good that I did that so I could find it. Anyway, okay. Now, we need some kind of a panel or something. I've got some card bases somewhere. I thought I had some laying here. Covered them up. I even had a stencil that I was going to use for backgrounds, but apparently I'm not. So hopefully I won't get this ink all over my card base. I'll have to spray my hands on. Okay. Let's see. Just checking in with the chat. I know I'm kind of moving slow tonight. I'm usually, you know, kind of the speedy crafter in our group. Everybody always refers to me as a fast one, but I don't know. I guess I got out of the loop not doing lives last week and got to get back in the groove. My husband went and played. He's playing pool with his friend at his friend's house. So So I have the house to myself and can pretty much do my own thing. I think the blue will be nice for my dad, the golf cart. So I don't know whether I'll give him the golf cart, the fishing cart, or what, but we'll just go with it and see what we want to do. I think I'm going to use the Simon Hurley bark embossing folder just because it seems kind of manly to me. And I'm just going to run it through my Platinum 6, which I'm doing off camera here. So I love my little die cutting machine for videos, but you know, when you've got these embossing folders, you can't do that. So anyway, so I think this is going to just bring great texture to it, and it looks kind of rugged and outdoorsy. So I got the Grunge and Grit pattern paper from Jamie from Not Too Shabby. You've probably seen that. I know a lot of people have been working with it. And it had like camping and hiking, and it had the little scenes and all that. Well, we celebrated my son-in-law's birthday. Actually, today his birthday was a couple days ago, but we celebrated today because they went on a little trip, and that's why I had the kids. And anyway, he goes with his friends every year hiking on a little hiking trip, and he loves to hike and all that. And so I made one of those Grunge and Grit cards for him. Actually, I think I made 3 or 4 of them, and I gave him one. My sister gave him one too. But I felt bad because this year he can't do that because he was in the accident. And so he can't do anything like that. He's not yet back to work. He's still healing up, but he's getting around. So, but I just thought of him when I saw that hiking scene because he loves to do that with his friends. I have my grass that I need to get laid down on here for my golf course. And I've got my green blending brush. I want to add some color to it. And for that, I just feel like we have to have mowed lawn, I think. Because, I mean, come on, it's a golf course. You've seen that. Okay. Blossom's saying they're on pre-order right now. What are you guys talking about? On pre-order. Your mother-in-law is 4'7". She made you feel tall until your family came around. Oh my goodness. My mother, was just about 5'2". So she was teeny tiny. And then she has all these, you know, big kids, except my sister, my younger sister. There are 4 of us. There are, 2 girls and a boy. You can't really see that at all. I probably need pine needles. But anyway, my youngest sister is really short like my mom. So anyway, my mom was tiny. She's been gone for almost 3 years now. In September, she's been gone. So, and when I talk about my mom on my videos, I'm talking about my dad's wife. They live next door, and we spend a lot of time with them. So when I'm talking about that, and you're wondering who I'm talking about, that's who I'm talking about. So anywho, so there's that. I had just a little bit of color on there, and I hear my husband's coming in, so he said he'd be quiet when he comes in, which I'm sure he will. He has a man cave. I've got a craft studio, and he has a man cave, and we kind of have our little zones we hang out in, and he does his thing and I do mine, and it works out perfectly. So we had the kids again last night, so we've had a really long week. We had them Sunday overnight, Monday overnight, and Tuesday most of the day. Then they went home, and then I had them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday evening. So man, we've been really swamped with the kids lately. So Anyway, this would be our little hole. You know what? We don't have, I don't think this, I'm going to look on the Spellbinder site. This didn't come with like a flag and for your, your cup. It didn't come with a flag. So just have to kind of go with what you got. I suppose I could probably make one if I was being real creative, but anyway, I'm not. So I'm going to go ahead and get this laid down on here. And this just feels like the spot for that. And then we've got our golf ball. There were 2 layers to that tee. I think maybe you could have done a couple different colors with it, but I didn't. Actually, our tornado sirens were going off quite several times during the day, just as a warning. And our weather alarm radio was going off because we were in the area that could be. They said we were going to have like 60-mile-per winds, and so we battened all the hatches down and put the patio furniture pillows away, and Pat took the wind chimes down, and we moved one of our planters that I was afraid was going to pull, might blow over or whatever. So there's our little golf ball, and we are going to need some foam for that. Do I have it? I thought I set it out. Yeah. Anyway, we'll pop it up. We're going to want to put our golf club together. And it'd be nice if, I don't think we have any pieces to add, some color to it or whatever, but I'm just going to go with that. I think I'm going to put it like that. That's how we'll do it. And sometimes this metallic is hard to get to stick, so I might be on the struggle bus with that. Whoops. I probably should have put my hole to my over further, because we're going to be like doing this. It's too late now. It's good and glued down. All right. So I think we'll do it like this and just kind of let it hang off the edge. Now, my dad is a really good putter. And chipper. Oh my goodness. He practices putting and chipping every day in the yard. He has all these balls and a flag and a cup and everything, and he practices putting and chipping all the time. So he's a good putter. I don't know if he's still, I haven't played with him in a while just because we've been so busy, we've not been playing, but I don't know if he's still, because he has some vision issues, but I think he's still pretty good at chipping and putting. Probably doesn't have quite the distance that he used to have with his, drives and stuff, but there we go. So this is coming together. I think it's fun. Anyway, I need to get some more glue on here and then just trim this off, and we'll layer it up on our, on there. Let's see. I need to get back over here. See what's going on. I was looking at Spellbinders to see if there was a flag for that, and I kind of got off the chat. So what did you buy, Jay, that were on pre-order and you thought you bought or whatever? Just curious. Oops, there we go. And then I think that'll learn. This is very simple. So I've got it on my card base, and we've got that. It's a very simple card. Probably need something more for it. I feel like a little bit of that. Where's my good scissors? They're there. Got a little tiny bit of white showing there. I just need to snip off. There we go. And we'll get this glued down. I need to get onto the fishing card because there's a lot more detail to it. Now you could put a little man here, but I think the scale would be considerably off, unless he was like off in the distance, kind of, on a different hole or something. I think it would be, but so that's kind of fun. could put this on there. And kind of fill it in. We could use that on there because we certainly do need, what is on there? Probably got some of that chocolate on there that I was eating. Oh my goodness. All right. We could do that. I think that looks good on there. It's very simple and but very suiting. So I wonder if I have any more sentiments that have that on there. I'll have to look and see, but wow, I'm ahead. I mean, Father's Day is not till June, and I'm gonna have this ready to go. So I'm just gonna do it like that. Try and get it lined up straight, hopefully. And there we go. So that's pretty, I mean, this is pretty simple card. So let's get working on, let's get this out of the way. Let's start seeing if we can get some of these pieces assembled. So we have two different fishing poles. One is oh gosh, fly. This is a fly fishing pole where you whip it out, whip it back in, whip it out, whip it back in. My dad used to do that all the time. And then this would just be a regular pole. But this is a fly fishing pole is what that is. So anywho, little tidbit that I know. So my dad has a little fishing boat, I don't know what it's called. It's just a little one. But my brother has got a whopper of a fishing boat. It's a whopper. So usually my husband and my dad would go out on my dad's boat and just go to a little fishing hole nearby and go fishing. Now my husband and his good friend do a lot of fishing, have like little fishing trips where, because his friend has a nice sized boat too, and they would do some fishing together. They have some, I guess, honey spots that they like that they go to and they fish. Okay, so I don't know if they'll do that this year or not, probably. I told my dad, or my brother, that he needs to get my dad out on his boat and get him out there and get him fishing. Okay, because my brother's boat would be much better for him to get on and off and stuff from a safety standpoint because it's bigger and it's more solid and everything. As he's gotten older, I think it'd just be better. So you've got real good detail, etched detail on there to show you where to line your boots up. So, and one boot is facing forward and then the other one is to the side. So they're shaped very different. But aren't these cute? I don't even know what time it is. It's 1:45. We might get the second card done. So, and then we've got this. And I thought this plaid shirt would look nice with it. I think it's funny, but I think it looks nice. There we go. So we got that, and we're going to get this shirt laid down. And we got to have a head for our hats. So we got that. So I've got the bucket hat in red, which I'm not going to use because I'm going to put the bucket hat on the plaid. And then the ball cap on the red is what I'm going to do. So I actually have two more hats there. So we have our bucket. And, oh, my fingers are getting really sticky. We've got to get a fish too. So we need to create our pier, our fish, our heads, and there. So if you flip it over, you can kind of see what you got going on here. So this piece actually goes on top of, I guess I'm calling it a tackle box. It could be a cooler if you were taking a cooler with you, but I think it would be more likely to be a tackle box. And it's probably not really the right color. I probably should have cut it out in like cream color or orange or brown or something like that, but it'll be all right. And then we've got these little hooks for our fishing lines. And I don't know, I assume they both would have the same type of hook. I'm trying to think about the fly fishing that my dad used to do. I mean, they'd have to have some kind of a hook on there, but I don't know that they'd be the same. And these are pretty good size hooks. let's see, which direction are we going in? I'm trying to get turned over there. That's the good side. So I'll just lay it down on there. Hopefully that will adhere. We'll just let those lay there so they can stick together. And then we have 2 of our bucket things because I did 2 of the boots. The bucket was with the boot. I'm not sure where the other piece of the T is, but I don't necessarily have to have it. Where's that T? Yeah, I can see there were 2 pieces. We'll just go with the one because I don't think we necessarily have to have that unless it shows up here. It should be somewhere on the desk, but I don't know. Okay, so let's get our bucket assembled. We've got our little black handle here. Oh, I didn't put my T on my golf ball, you guys. Well, you wouldn't have a T on the green, so you wouldn't use that on the green. You would only have the T for the, the fairway or the, the where you start the hole. So I didn't need to use that now that I think about it. Anyway, so you do have that if you want to make them on the tee box is what I mean to say. But we made it on the green, so we don't need that. So you have a couple options with that. You could make it on the tee station or you could make it on the green. And I guess I made it on the green. So there's our little bucket. Okay, so we've got to get our guys some heads and some hair is what we need to do. So I was thinking we can just use some lighter. And I've got these little pieces here. This is a tag. I'm just going to cut it out of here because it's a scrap. Do I have another piece that's not? Let's use the square. We'll cut it out of there. We're going to need 2 heads out of that. So anyway, so what's going on in the chat? Oh gosh. Let's see. Oh, just everybody saying the grunge bundle. Okay, yeah, I'm very behind. Hey, Jana, how are you? Welcome. Glad you guys. Yeah, Jana's 6'2". Okay, I was saying I thought you were 6 foot. I couldn't remember. So yeah, she's 6'2". Jenny's dad fishes in tournaments. You like the plaid shirt, Jay? Sorry, I was just trying to get caught out. Yeah. You need to smash more paper pads. Ooh, love doing that. Love doing that. You know what I did? Some older ones, and I know this is probably a cardinal sin, but some of my old big 12 by 12 paper pads, I actually took them and donated them to Goodwill with some other crafting supplies. I had a little, like a 3-drawer craft storage unit, and I took it and I took just several things. And what was funny was right after I took it, I had gotten 2 12 by 12 sets sent to me by Spellbinders. And I told my husband, I said, I'm so glad I got rid of those paper pads because I just had 2 more come in. So it worked out perfectly for that. So I was glad that I did that. Now, what am I going to do for hair color? Need to figure that out. I need just a little brown. I mean, yeah, we'll just use some brown. My dad's hair is mostly gray now anyway, and my brother's mostly bald, so I'm going to give him some hair, though. I suppose I could just... Oh, I just cut the head out again. I didn't cut the hair. Where's the hair dye? There it is, right there. I don't know. We'll see. I might... I wonder if I should use some gray or something. Let's just see how this looks. So this is the little bitty hair. Oh, that's cute. I'm going to do a gray one just for giggles and see what it looks like. Oh, I did it again. I need the hair. I keep grabbing the head dye. I'm going to have all these little heads cut out. I don't really have a good blonde hair. My brother's hair is more of a blonde. with what little hair he has left. But anyway, okay, so we've got that. So now we need this. We need to do the, can we get that out of there? Let's grab another one. Cut this in half. We're going to do the, you need to look through your stuff before you crop, since they do a giveaway table at the benefit of the Humane Society. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. No, I just, I was thinking, and you guys should tell me if you're interested in it. You know, we have so many products that we have that we don't use, and I get so much new stuff that I basically use it once and I put it away and then I don't use it again. I was thinking, I've got mine so organized, you know, my Spellbinder side and stuff, that I could actually kind of just start through a bin and just pull it out and work with it, and then go to the next thing and pull it out and work with it. So what do you guys think about, you know, seeing some older products being used or whatever? I try to keep it pretty new and pretty fresh for you, but and I don't know why I didn't put these on there and run it through all at once, but anyway, but I was thinking it might be fun to do that because there's some really fun stuff in there. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I haven't used this in a while, but there's just really a lot of fun things and we forget to use them. I was actually, part of that was I was looking for an envelope die to make theme weeks. Oh, that's a good idea. I was looking for an envelope die so I could make an envelope for that craft roulette card, and I wound up just making my own, just scoring up a little square thing and making my own, and that's what I did. But anyway, I think we have all of our elements here now except our fish. Let's see. I'm going to get these dies. Whoops. Oh, that wasn't a die. That was a die cut piece. Get these put on there so I don't lose them. We've got all these little bits and pieces. Try and get them put away. Now I need a fish. And we've got we're going to have the blue water and the, let's see. I'm thinking maybe a little gray fish. Just do a little gray fish. We could do a little yellow fish or something like that. Or a blue fish we could do. I think I'm just going to do a little gray fish. And then we'll have that. What do we got here? We've got a couple of pieces. Maybe we'll blend on one of them, and then we won't have to run it through twice. That'll save us some time. How's everybody doing? You would like it. Melissa says she would like, I would like it. I have a ton of older Spellbinder Club Kits. Oh, great. So maybe I should just go through them. And I think it'd be fun just to kind of revisit some things and play around with stuff. So I'm thinking about doing that. I just think that would be a good way to, because, you know, kind of remember everything you have. All right, I think we've got our pieces here. So we just need to get, we'll go ahead and assemble the rest of our guys, and then we'll start building our card. So, all right. So where's my glue? Oh my goodness, I've got everything everywhere. It's everywhere. That's what happens. There's a nice little die cut debossed area there. So I could probably put that hat on there, and that could be my brother just like that. He'd probably kill me if he knew I was talking about him being bald. But let's see what it looks like with a little brown hair on there, just for illustrative purposes. Actually, it looks kind of long for... Yeah, let's do it. I think that'll be fun. So we'll just get this little hair put down on here. Try and get it lined up. Well, I'm not doing a very good job, or else this guy's got a bad haircut. He doesn't have a very good barber. Okay. I'll get this laid down on here. We'll get his hat. Now my brother wears a hat all the time, so this is very reflective of him. There we go. Get the glue out of there, get that hat on there. So that's kind of fun. Isn't that fun? Wow, like it. Okay, next. Okay, so we gotta get this one. I'm gonna put the gray hair on there. I love die cut pieces. I love the bits and pieces. I think it's fun. It's kind of like my little happy zone. Putting them on, or assembling them. I think it's really fun. It just reminds me of paper dolls when I was a girl. Now, I said my dad wears these bucket hats. These are the kind of hats that he wears. So this will be perfect. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Let's see what's going on here. Blossoms, what monthlies do you get? Okay. Blossom, I don't own a single Spellbinder product. I have a lot of their stuff, but with 6 monthly subscription companies already, you can't afford anything else. Wow. So which subscriptions do you get then? That's what Melissa's asking. That's a lot. That's awesome. Anyway, I need to add, where's that blue blending brush? I'm going to bring some blue in on this fish, I think. And we'll just, I actually need a little bit more blue, I think. Kind of hard to do, it's so small. Just trying to add a little bit of color, different color to it. I suppose it could be a bluegill. I think that's what my husband and them fish for, is bluegill. So I assume that if I make these gills blue, that's a bluegill. Okay, let's see. Did she say? Wearing bucket hats isn't something I've tried. I should now that I'm at a certain age. Oh, I think even the young people were wearing them there for quite a while, Jay. The young kids were even wearing them. My grandson, actually both of them have bucket hats, and they'll wear them. Westy likes to wear a hat. He even wore for hat day at school. He wore I don't know what kind of hat it was. It was like an old man's hat. So cute. How does this go? I'm putting it on there wrong. I need to do it like that. So there, we've got our fish. I don't know which way he's going to go, but we've got our bucket. Okay, I think we have all of the elements to assemble our card. And this is where I need that pillow that Blossom's talking about, because my chair's the incredible shrinking chair. There we go. Now we're back up to... Okay, so I have my water here that we're going to lay down, and we're going to have our sky. I'm going to blend a little bit on my water first. Hopefully we can... I think I'll just bring in... I don't know what I used. Let's just bring in this. It's a little bit darker. And then we're just going to blend our water a little bit. Just kind of give it a little bit of dimension or whatever. And I love this blending brush. Ooh, look at that. Gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. We're going to make more of like a pink sky, like, pink skies at night, sailor's delight type thing on here. So I'm going to use the other blending brush, and we'll use the pinks and see what we get. Get this cleaned off. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay this panel, I'm going to lay this down on this. So I'm just going to kind of blend around the bottom of this, kind of up into that. And then we'll kind of get it like a purpley hue, I think, when we get our pink laid down there. So we'll just kind of do a little bit of that and see what happens. Okay. So now we've got this one, and we really don't have it too inked up. I mean, that's a big blending brush. Love it. Okay. So now we'll bring in our pinks. And I think I'm running into Gretchen's time. I think Gretchen goes live at 9. I don't know if you guys watch her. She reads the stories. And so sometimes I catch her. So I'm going to start off with a spun sugar because it's my lighter color. And we're just going to have our Pink Skies at Night, Sailor Delight. I think that's what it is. Red Skies at Dawn is Dawn, Sailor Be Warned. Well, Melissa could tell us. Pink Skies at Night, Sailor Delight. I think Melissa could tell us. She probably knows that, being that she's on a. You haven't heard of Mary Mac? Okay, so Blossom gets all 3, Not Too Shabby, all 3 Stamps of Life, all 2 of May May, all 3, 6 of Marion Maxim and Annie's. Wow. I've got to get some May May. I've got to get, I've got to get some of that. I need to get on that wagon, I think. There's so many other things that I have and I get, and it's like, Shanna, you really, really don't need anything else. Got a mess here. So just try and pace myself. I thought we'd get a little bit of purple with that, but we didn't get much. Maybe we'll come back in with it. All right, now we're going to go with a little bit of a Kitsch Flamingo and bring in a little bit more darker pink. Okay, all right. Where's the blue brush? What did I do with it? It's over here. I've got my squeaky chair going. I actually have, I wonder if I get what some orange would look like on there. I don't know if I like it or not. Well, we're going to go for it. Kind of make it like this. Sun setting or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think it's all right. Okay, so I've got my water, which we're going to get laid down on here. I feel like, I feel like I want some more of a purpley. Let me grab my purple blending brush and get some purple and bring it in. I've got Wilton Violet. We're kind of getting some green in there. I don't know if this brush is any good or not. Oh no, I'm gonna mess it up. Yeah, I need to get some new brushes for this. I think we can work it out. We'll just keep going. There we go. Okay, I have no idea where I'm going with this. We need to go. Oh, thanks, Gus. That's a gorgeous blend. Well, thank you. These blending brushes, guys, I'm telling you, these things are awesome. I just used them for the first time tonight, and they've been in my craft room for quite a while. But look at these beastly things. They're huge. They're crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so let's clean off our area, and we'll get all of our little bits and pieces together and see what we come up with. And this desk is a mess. Got glue on there and ink and everything else. Okay. All right, so I was thinking that I would lay this down. You can actually pop it up a little bit and kind of give it some dimension, I think. But we're going to have our kind of like our pier type thing here. And I need to figure out how we're doing that. So get some space here so I can work. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Mary Maxim has yarn clubs, ornament clubs, 3 different puzzle clubs, and plastic can. Wow, that sounds fun. Red Sky saying above. Okay, hang on. Red skies at night, sailors tonight. Red skies in the morning, sailor take warning. Yes, that's right. That's right. So thank you. And Melissa, she would know that. which my husband usually says that whenever the sky's pink or whatever. So very, very fun. Okay. Sometimes you get busy crafting and then you forget to look at the chat. So appreciate you giving me a heads up that you had it up in there. Anyway, so I don't know. I need to figure out how I'm going to build my little. And I'm just building my scene, not on a card base, so we can deal with that later. And that kind of gives the water kind of some dimension there. We'll just cut that off. Oops. All right, now I think they have a little, let's see, Jay, 2 subscriptions. What do you have 2 of? She's saying. Well, I might have gotten carried away with my little pier. I made multiples, but we can layer them up. So basically, we have our post here that we'll put down on here. Get all these little bits off of here. I don't know what that is. My hands are filthy. That's probably from my hands. So this will be like our post, the piers to our post. I'm getting some alcohol in here and cleaning my hands off because they are full of Distress Oxide ink. Yeah, I like those blending brushes. I guess your brushes do make a difference because when I use that cheap one, we kind of got the mess. And when I use the good Spellbinders one, we had a good blend. I'm not sure what that is. I must have got some ink on there somehow. Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and get our pier post laid down. And then we'll get our guys on there fishing. Now, when my dad fly fished, he wore wader pants and was down in the water is how he did it, I think, if I remember correctly. I think that's how you fly fish. You stand out there and you just flip that thing in and out. And that would be this one here. That paper was inexpensive black paper, so it's kind of a little rough there, but we'll get it worked out. So we've got our guys here. We're gonna have to put some. We'll have to put some foam tape on there. That one got a little bit wonky. I better fix that. Okay. I think that's how it goes, so we'll just get it laid down on there. We need foam strip for that because it's going to go over those. That's probably too. Where's my thin ones at? Let me see if I have some thin ones. Yeah, this I think will work. I ran out of those really thin ones, I think, or they're in a pile on my desk somewhere. Hopefully this will work. Might be too wide. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to layer these up, and then we'll, since I have 3 of them, it'll be all right. It'll be real strong, and we can, and then I won't have these pieces laying around my craft room. So we'll just do this. Anyway, so I have tomorrow off, so Mina Crafts Daria is not going to be able to go live with me, but I think I'm going to go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. and we'll just be working with some new stuff that I have in. I've got plenty of new stuff and got some fun stuff. We have got Scrap Diva as one of our super sponsors for Kinder's Card Challenge. And so I cut some product from her that is fantastic. And I might show you guys that tomorrow. So let's see. Oh, Lala's asking if Gaz is still at work, and he said he's still off. So, yep. Okay. That's cool. But I think we're going to have to put some foam on them. These are really, really cute. Well, and obviously his feet have to be on there, so he's going to have to be popped up. Okay. Super cute. Oh, I love these little tiny things. Very fun. Very fun. Ooh. Got some stuff stuck on my scissors. We'll just put some foam tape on here, get them good and popped up. Yeah, I'm going to be way ahead of the game with the Father's Day cards. I packed up all, I should say this today, I packed up all of my cards except for just a very few of them, and I took them to church today. And the ladies have been going through them and picking out some that they want, and I just left them there. I thought, I'm going to just let them see what they want, and because I just had too many. And then my daughter came, she's like, where are all your cards? I need to go through them. And I was like, I took them all to church. They didn't make it in time for church, so I said I took them all to church, and she's like, oh my gosh. But I said, but I've got, I guess I kind of kept some special ones. Oh, that looks really good. Looks really good. We do have to get this in there to where, well, I guess we've got the water there. We'll have to figure out how to do that somehow. I don't know. Didn't really plan that very well, did I? There we go. Yeah, we can do it just like that. That'll be fun. And our hook is in the water for this one. So we'll just put a little bit of glue on there. It's a pretty thin line you've got to get on there. So we'll just kind of rub it across there and see if we can glue it down like that. Now if I can get it back in there like I had it. It's going to hang off a little. Whoops. Get it in there. Come on. You know what? I think what I'll do, because you're not going to see it, is I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to tuck it in a little bit more so that I can make it fit. Actually, I need to cut that off. There we go. We'll have to add some glue to that. It's kind of fun sticking up like that, but it won't work for the card. Okay, let's see. You love the plaid shirt? Yeah, I thought it looked like one of my dad's shirts that he'd wear back in the day. I thought it'd be fun to add that. So, and then red's my brother's favorite color and mine. And so I thought I'd put the red shirt on him. So he had a red, I think he had a red Camaro, and he's got a red truck now. Actually has two red trucks because he's got his personal truck that is red, and then he has his work truck that is red. So he's got two red trucks. Anyway, I did have a red car one time for 8 months, and then I decided I was going to take my girls on vacation. I needed a van, so I went and traded it after 8 months. So anyway. But now I have a white car. I had to get a car that I could haul all the kids around in, so that's what I did. You forgot to list your monthly orders from SMS. It's not a club, but it's a go-to cart that keeps your club budget. Oh, that's interesting. Never heard of that. Okay, did I take that off? Yeah, I did. Okay, so here we go. Now, let's figure this out. Oh, that's going to help because it'll hold that down. Nice. That was a happy accident. So the only thing is, if we can get his up a little bit. Oh, we could do it like that. Like he's pulled the fish out. And we'll put the fish on there. And put some glue on there. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. And we got the bucket of fish there. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, we have our tackle box. Maybe we put the bucket over here by the fish. Okay, do we have room for the tackle box? Yeah, I think we could do it. Oh, that's cute. I like it. What do you guys think? You really love it? Thanks. I think it's coming together. Kind of tuck this in like that so I can have my fish showing. And then we'll tuck our tackle box in. Oh my goodness, that is so much fun. I need a card base. I just knock stuff off on the floor. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup here. Let's see, how long are we? Oh, can't see my timer on there. I don't know. Well, we're doing all right. Okay, so you guys are hanging with me. I appreciate it. Let's get this scored up. Down here. I've got some little bits and pieces. Oh my gosh, I think it looks really cute. Now this is smaller than our card base because I did cut it down. Let me measure it real quick. I thought I went 4 by 5 1/4, but it was looking a little bit off. Yeah, that's 4. No, she took it like a hair off. That's all it did. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring in just a panel to go behind there. So let's see what we got. We've got a couple options. We could do like a navy blue and put it on a navy blue. It's just a tiny little bit. It's going to show. Or we could bring in this lighter blue, the stormy sky. Bring it in. I think I like the darker blue. Thanks, Cece. The awesome detail on this card is amazing. Oh, make it look easy. Oh, wow. I try. It's fun. Like I said, it's my fun stuff. All right, let me get this. Got a couple little things that are just irritating me. I don't know if I can get them off of there or not. Oh, no. Okay, where's that brush? All right. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get this laid down. I don't think we need to emboss it because we're not going to have hardly anything show through it. So I think I like the darker color on there. And I'm looking for my glue. So we'll just get it laid down on here. I think it's this side I need to lay down. And I think this is maybe indigo. I think that's the color of this right here that we're using. Oh gosh, I got glue all over my fingers. It's not going to matter. We're covering it up. Yeah, it's indigo. This is what it is. And my card base is off. There we go. Let's see. I think I'm just going to lay that flat on there because I've got some dimension where the water is and I've got them popped up a little bit. So I think I'll just lay it flat on there. I want to see if I can get, I've got a little bit of foam tape showing there, so I'm just going to push it up in there. That worked. Okay. All right. We'll get this laid down. I hope I have a sentiment in that little jar. Jay and Shanna's live streams today are somewhat coordinated, same theme, love it. Oh, well, thanks. Well, and he was doing the chocolate stuff, and I was actually eating the chocolate that he sent to me. So I thought it was funny when he was doing that, because I thought, how ironic, because I planned to show that chocolate and eat some of it. So anyway, and it's yummy. I'm going to really enjoy that. So we've got that now. I'm going to go searching. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we've got. That's kind of cool. You taught me to dream big. Ooh, I like that. Oh, there's the one right there. Forever my role model. That is the one. Because that is the truth. So basically, I've made 2 Father's Day cards. Well, I could give him one for Father's Day and then one for something else. Now, his birthday's not till December, but I'm sure I can think of a reason to give him a card. Oh my gosh. And I did it right here to cover up that little spot that was annoying to me. Oh my goodness. I love it. And I think that'll finish off our cards. So this is, you always love that sentiment when you to use it. Yeah. Lala says this week is going to be awesome, claiming it, because I started the week with awesome lives from Shanna and Jay. Please don't forget to hit the bell. Yay. Shanna's channel so you don't miss her videos. Yes, thank you. Oh, Blossom, I am constantly doing typos when I'm trying to chat. You know, because you're trying to get in there and respond to something or whatever, and so I'm constantly doing that. But I think these are so fun. So this is one set, and you get the, the golf theme and then the fishing theme with it, because it's called Fairways and Fishtails, because there's always, crazy golf stories and crazy fish stories or whatever. The fish is always bigger than, and everything, and the putt was always closer, or, whatever. But $17.50 is what this, and to me, you get a lot of bang for your buck with this particular die of the month. It's a small die of the month, and you get all of this. And so you can do a fishing theme and you can do a golfing theme. So I linked all the materials in the description box below. If you'd like to check them out, that'd be great. I appreciate you guys spending your time with us. We had 18 people on here right now, and it was a lot of fun, and I hope you had a good time. And if you're available in the morning, you might pop by my channel at 10 a.m. I'm going to try and go live then and just drag out something fun, and we'll have some fun and just play with it. So I'm going to let you guys go for now, because I've been on here about an hour and a half, and I've got all of this that needs to be put away. So thanks for watching. And Amber, I'm glad you found me too. And if you will, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get to see more of my mix. Yeah, we all need a money tree. Yeah, Spellbinders. Yeah. Yeah, they are definitely awesome. They make such great product. I love them. And you never know what they're going to come up with. So lots of fun. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. And thanks for considering subscribing. Jim, thank you for putting the plug in for me. I appreciate it. Have a great week ahead. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.